Okay, so it looks like it's working. So again, welcome to the Introduction to Aircraft Performance course. I will be teaching this course throughout this semester. And today I would like to make an introduction to this course. And I will hopefully, when you leave the auditorium today, you will have a very good idea of what you will be seeing in this course and what this course is about. And hopefully you will have a better view for becoming an engineer, becoming an aerospace engineer. Let me just start this. So I'd like to say a lot of things actually today, so that I think are really important for you to become better engineers. Okay, so that's what our purpose here. Our goal here in this department is to educate good engineers, and as a country we really need very talented, very hardworking and very knowledgeable engineers. Okay, so we need to develop, and you hear Turkey about being referred to as a developing country as opposed to an already developed country. There are several reasons for that, but to become a really developed country we need more technology, that's for sure. Okay, nobody can deny that. So we need to develop our own technology, and related to aerospace engineering we need to design and manufacture our own aircraft, our own helicopters, our own satellites, our own missiles. Anything related to aerospace engineering need to be developed, and that will be done by you. Okay, so we need a lot of very talented aerospace engineers, and as Middle East Technical University we have a really big responsibility in this. So if we can give you a better education, if we can help you become better engineers, then this will in turn help our country, and that's at least how I see my responsibility in this department. Okay, so for the aerospace engineering first year students, this is the first credit course you are taking from our department, and we have actually a very diverse audience here. So not only the first year aerospace engineering students are taking this course, we have students from other departments taking this course as a part of their minor or double major program. So there are second year and third year mechanical engineering, electrical engineering students taking this course. Also, some students take this course as a part of their preparation for master's degree. Okay, so we have many students applying to our department to do their master's work here. So there are students who have graduated from mechanical engineering or electrical engineering, but they want to pursue a graduate study here, so they want to get their master's degree from our department. So to be familiar with aerospace engineering, they take this course as well. So among you there are students who have already become engineers. There are mechanical engineers, electrical engineers, or people who have graduated from the physics department, math department, from several departments. They take this course as well. So the title of the course, as you see here, is Introduction to Aircraft Performance. So I will try to make you understand what you will be seeing in this course. But before that, let me just introduce myself. My name is Ali Türker Arkutay. I'm an assistant professor in this department, but also I'm a graduate of this department. I took my bachelor's degree from this department in 1996. And back then it was called aeronautical engineering, not aerospace engineering. Then I received my master's degree from here as well in 1999, and then I went to Georgia Tech to get my PhD degree, which I got in 2005. And then I came back to this department in 2009, and I've been teaching here since then. So what I'm saying here is basically I graduated from this department. All the courses, well, most of the courses you'll be taking here, I took them myself some 20 years ago. And as students, we are very lucky to have very bright, very hardworking students. Our students are among top 10,000 and among more than 1 million people who take the university entrance examination. It's a very big plus for us. So we know that our students are very smart. So they can do whatever they want. If they want to learn something, they will learn it. And if we can motivate them, we're sure that they will become great engineers. And this course is about aircraft performance. So basically, you'll be learning how aircrafts fly. So that's a very interesting subject, very fun subject. So if I look at this combination, I think I'm very positive that at the end of this course will be very effective. So you'll be learning some very interesting stuff. Well, I took this course, it was 92 or 93, so it was more than 20 years ago when I took this course myself. Professor Jahit Shai was teaching the course at the time. Okay. And 20 years passed since then, and even today, when somebody asks me some basic questions about aerospace engineering, to answer those questions, I rely on the information I got from this course. No, aerospace engineering is not a very common profession in our country. I'm sure you are getting asked questions from your friends or from relatives, from the people around you. When they learn that you are an aerospace engineering student, you'll be asked a lot of questions. So they will ask you, okay, so tell me how this works, or tell me what this is. All those kind of basic questions, hopefully you will learn the answers to those questions in this course. So I think this is a very important course in that sense. Okay, so let me take a look at my notes here. Okay, so I have basically covered this one. So let me talk about this bullet here. So when students come to the department for the first time, they naturally speak to senior students. They speak to students from higher years, and some students get the idea that you have to pay attention to the courses who are important for your graduation, and some courses are not like that, and it's okay if you just, if you don't study really hard for those courses, and you can take those courses later. So unfortunately, this course is one of them. Maybe I should jump to the prerequisite chain. So you know what this is, right? Does everybody know what this is? So this table shows you the courses you need to take to become an aerospace engineer, okay? So you took these courses last semester. This semester you should be taking these courses. And when you go through this list and complete every single course here, then you will get your diploma. You will become an aerospace engineer. And you see some lines and some arrows here. These lines show that certain courses are connected to some other courses. For example, this course, if you to be able to take this course, you need to have successfully taken this course first. Okay, for example, this physics course is required for this course here, and there are all these connections. But if you look at this course here, it's not connected to anything, so it just sits there by itself. So this gives people the idea that since this is not required for future courses, it's okay if you don't pass this course now, you can take it later on. But that's a very, very wrong idea. So because of several reasons. For one thing, this is a relatively nice semester. You are taking only 5 credit courses, and they are basic courses. I'm sure you have seen some of the stuff taught in these courses before in high school. So this is a really relaxed semester, and you have time to work on this course. But if you don't pass this course now, then you will have to take it here together with all these courses, or even you may have to take it in this semester. And if you do that, then you will it will be much worse. You will have much higher workload, and if you try to take this course on top of all these courses, it will be much worse for you. So the best thing is to take every course in the semester you are supposed to take, and then you should proceed like that. Let's see. So there was something else I was planning to say on this subject, but I can't just remember. And also the things you will be learning in this course are really required for future courses, even though there's no direct connection here. For example, to be able to understand fluid mechanics, you should know things like angle of attack, or the concepts taught in this course are really some general information. So it's not really a good idea to take this course in a future semester. Okay. I really think a lot about how we should be teaching stuff, because we live in 2014 and the technology is a lot different even compared to 5 years ago. But yet we still most of the time teach courses the way they were taught 50 years ago. I think there's really something wrong here. So if somebody was a student, engineering student 50 years ago, he would sit in the class and the professor would come and write something on the board, and the student would just take notes and then take exams. We basically do the same thing, and even though we have a lot of different possibilities now. So I really like exploring new ideas, and as I said in the very beginning, my overall goal is really to make you better engineers. So I have no other motive whatsoever. So whatever I can think of will help you become better engineers, I will try to do that. I will do my best to give you the information in a more efficient way. So lectures are a big part of the teaching process. I will be talking about a lot of different things in the class. I did certain things in this department for the first time in this course, and this year I'm doing another first for our department, and that is I will be recording all the lectures. So you will have a video of what you see on screen together with my voice. And the simple reason for that is if you miss a class, you can always go and watch the video, or when preparing for the exam, if you cannot remember what I said on a certain topic, you can go back and watch that video and see exactly what I said. So I'm hoping that this will really help you learn subjects better. Also, I don't really expect you to take notes during the classes. I will give you beforehand the lecture notes, so you'll have the lecture notes with you. And so if you look at it, you will have the lecture notes already, you will have the videos of the classes. So it looks like it will be too easy, but these materials will not really help you unless you spend the time to study those materials. Okay, so don't get the wrong idea that since you will have everything given to you, you will not need to worry about this course. I mean, these things are given so that you will have everything you need if you want to study for this course, but you should take the time to study these materials and understand what's going on to be really able to learn these things. So I'm doing this for the first time, and hopefully you will like it, and I will be happy about this, and I will keep doing it. Otherwise, hopefully I will not regret recording these and then giving you the videos. So as I said in the beginning, I'll be doing a lot of talking, and we're not even halfway there yet. So are you okay? Are you bored? Let's see. So we will give a break in like 20 minutes or so. Okay, so we live in the age of technology, and if you search around the web, you will see that a lot of universities, actually the best universities around the world, are now opening their course materials to world for free. Okay, so you must have heard about the OpenCourseWare materials from various universities. For example, if you go to MIT's OpenCourseWare website and MIT's Massachusetts Institute of Technology, in engineering, it's pretty much the best university in the world. Well, at least it's the most popular one, most reputable university, and they're giving all their course information for free to the world. So you can watch their lectures, you can download their course materials, you can download their homework problems, exam problems, work on that. So this is a very good opportunity. But again, all this information out there doesn't mean that they will automatically go into your minds. So to be able to take all that information and learn that, you will have to really work hard. So you will have the lecture video after the lecture, but that doesn't really mean that you shouldn't attend the courses. Well, if you feel that you can learn all these things by yourself better, by watching the videos, by reading the materials, then you don't have to come to the class really. And I will not really be taking attendance here, and you will not get credit for just being here. But my idea is, it is really very nice to attend the courses. That's because normally, when you're at home, if you are watching a lecture, it's not really different than watching a movie, right? You see somebody talking there, you just listen to it, and you don't have any control over what's being said. But if you attend the lecture, if you are here present in this room, then you have the option, you have the chance to get more information. And this is what really you should be doing. So I'll be doing this talking, and I prepare the materials in a certain way, and I think, okay, so if I talk about this, then when I say that, it will make more sense. So I put things in certain order, and I keep talking here. But I really don't know what you know or what you don't know, okay? So there may be times throughout the semester where I keep talking about something which is really obvious, and you may get bored in that case. Or I may be talking about something completely new to you, and yet I can skip that very quickly, jump onto another subject. And both of these things are bad, okay? And the only way to make this more efficient is if I get comments from you. So if, for example, if I talk about something and then quickly move on to something else, and if that's something new, then you should just stop me. Please don't hesitate to say anything during the classes. If something doesn't make sense, please stop me and ask me about more. So if this interaction really makes the classes much more efficient compared to just watching it as if there's just one-way communication. If I keep talking and you listen to it, it's just one-way communication. And normally what it should be is there should be two-way communication. You should constantly giving inputs to me so that I can explain all these things more efficiently. So actually I basically talked about all these topics. So the last bullet is really important. Majority of learning takes place outside the classroom. So hopefully you will attend all the courses, but that's not sufficient by itself. When you go home, I will giving you some supplemental materials throughout the course, some interesting things that are really important for you to understand these course topics or things that will help you become better engineers. And you should really read all those things and think about these subjects outside the classroom so that all this information will settle down. So let me talk about this one first. Now you can find virtually limitless information on the internet. So one of the topics I'll be talking about is how lift force is created, aerodynamic lift force. I have some videos that I would like to show in the class, and I'll be doing some explanations. But if you go to YouTube, for example, you can find tons of different videos that explains how this any subject is subject works. So if what I tell you here, or if the videos I show you here is not clear for you, then you can always go to internet and make a different source that explains it in a way that is easier for you to understand. So this is a very key thing to be a very good engineer. So you should really get that while you're taking this course. So if you get used to searching for better resources, searching for better information, then eventually it will help you a lot in your future careers. And another thing I would like to emphasize is you don't really lose anything by sharing information. So unfortunately, our senior students, we see some problems related to that, and there are reasons for that, but sharing knowledge is very important to increase knowledge. So this is as opposed to sharing money. For example, if you have a certain amount of money, if you share it with your friends, then you will have less money. Okay, so that at least in the near term. But information is not like that. If you know something, if you tell it to your friend, then he or she will know the same thing, and then he will tell you something back in return, and you will both have more knowledge than before. So whenever you find an interesting video, for example, please don't hesitate to share it with the entire class, and this way everybody will have that information, and when everybody contributes to this sharing, overall the entire class will have more information. I talked about this, the MIT OpenCourseWare website. So this is the web address for that. If you go here, you will. So let me see if this works. So for example, this is a very popular course. You may have seen this before, but this is a professor from MIT teaching physics courses, and he has a very good way of teaching, really. So if you look at his lectures are really fun, and he does like funny things like that in his classes to better explain subjects. So this is a very good example. But if you are here, you can search courses by department, by subject, so you can find. So let me see if I can. So here you can see the homework assignments given in this course. So it's very easy. You can I don't see any videos for this course, but for some other courses you can see videos as well. So this is one of the very nice references. I suggest you check frequently. For this course particularly, this website is very useful. Nessa Aerodynamics Index. This website is prepared mostly for high school students, so everything is explained very simple using very simple terms. So you can get information about a lot of these things. For example, if you want to know what an elevator is, you can come here. you see an animation normally. I don't know why it doesn't show up here. I will be using Meteo Online. Have you used this before in your previous courses? This semester they were going to replace it with something else, but it looks like we will be using this Meteo Online for one more semester. So I will be using this Meteo Online frequently. If you haven't done that already, please go there and from your profile page make sure that you have an email address that you use frequently. Because I will be posting a lot of information there, and if you have an email address and if you turn on email notifications for the forum section, then you'll be notified with email when something new is posted there. And I will be doing a lot of important announcements on Meteo Online. For example, the exam dates will be announced on Meteo Online, or information about homework, some other things. They will all be posted on Meteo Online. Okay, so I'm hoping that everybody here has an email address that he or she checks every day, right? Because sometimes some students come and I really get surprised that they don't really check their emails at all, and I really find that interesting. So if you don't use your Meteo email address, but if you have a Gmail address, then you should put it here. You don't really need to check Meteo, but for whatever email address you have, you should put it here. Sometimes really important information will be posted there. For example, there will be an announcement saying that there will be a quiz on, I don't know, Friday's lecture. So if I post something like that, I will assume that entire class hears about that. So then don't come me and say that I didn't hear about that. Okay, so hopefully this will not really be a problem. Well, I do most of the posting there, but I hope you will be contributing there too. Sometimes students hesitate to do that, but sometimes they post really interesting videos or documents. If you do that, it will be a much better experience. Yeah, so hopefully you will be participating on Meteo Online. You will be asking questions there. Say your comments about the course in general. Okay, so we came here again, which I already covered. So let me look at here. Oh, so this is the important part. So English is very important. I will do my best to make sure that you learn this course, but it will be to your best interest if you improve your English as much as you can and as soon as you can. So maybe I should say a few words on this thing. Well, obviously you'll be taking courses in English, and English is not your native language, well, at least for most of you. It's not my native language either. So it's a problem. Sometimes I find it difficult to express what I want to say because English, this is not really my native language. But sometimes if your English is not good enough, if you don't really understand what I'm trying to say here, then it's a very bad thing. I hate that when I see students struggling with courses just because of the language problem. So all your materials will be in English. You'll be reading books in English. I will be giving you videos, websites. They will be all in English. And if you have no problem understanding all those things, then you will have a much better chance of understanding them. Otherwise, if you are frequently missing what you read or what you hear, it will really hurt you a lot. So I don't want you to lose any points or become worse engineers just because of the language problem. So do whatever you can. Just keep reading. At this point, you already know the grammar, right? You know the rules, but you can only get better by using it more and more. Keep reading materials, keep watching things. Hearing is very important too, and try to use it as well. Try to speak to it if you get the chance, because sometimes understanding is easier, but when you try to speak, it's more challenging. You need more practice just for the speaking part. So try to improve that as well. Because when you graduate from this department, no matter where you work, you will have to use English. At the beginning, I told you that we need to design our own aircraft, our own helicopters. These are very big and very challenging projects. And in all these things, you have to work with other people from other countries. So if you are working with a satellite project, you constantly need to work with people from, I don't know, from France, from Germany. But the common language in aerospace engineering is English. So you'll need to use it. So if you have a very good English when you are at the first year, then it will improve your career a lot. When you graduate from this department, you apply for jobs. And some companies, they do the interviews in English. So you take your diploma, you apply for a position, you go there, and at that point they expect you to speak in English. So if you are not comfortable speaking English there, then somebody else will take that job. That other person may not be as good an engineer as you, but if he can speak English better, then he will have a better chance at getting that job. So at that point, it may be too late for you to improve your language, but now this is the time. This is the time you should really spend time on improving your English, and once you do that, everything will be much easier. Okay, so do you have any questions or any comments so far? Okay, so let me ask you this question. Is there anybody here who cannot speak Turkish? So, okay, there are a few students. So as I said before, my ultimate goal is you learn these things better. So if you don't understand something, you can come to me, then I can explain you the same thing in Turkish again. So you can ask me your questions in Turkish. But again, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't improve your English. You should do your best to be able to speak English better. So this is a long subject, but let me say a few things for that as well. So this is the prerequisite chain, and as I said, you need to take all these courses to get your diploma, and this is called the curriculum. All these courses you need to take, and a lot of experience and thinking is behind this curriculum. So you may wonder, why do I take this course here, or why do I take this course? A lot of thinking is put to make this curriculum, make this arrangement, and still we keep every year we keep thinking about how to make things better. So with other professors in this university or with other people from other universities, we keep discussing things like, so what if I take this course and put it here? Is that going to be better? Because the reason is you need to get a certain information on every subject, and it is better if you need to take that information in a certain order. Okay, so if you start with the basic subjects and then you move on to more advanced subjects. So you cannot start with the advanced subject, for example, without having the background information. You cannot understand that. So it is best if you take every course in the semester you're supposed to take it. Just don't try to change the ordering of these courses unless you have to. Because, as I said, every course is placed in a certain semester to help you understand certain things easier. So if, for example, if you don't take this course, then you will have difficulty following the courses in the future semesters. So try to stick to the program and try to take all the courses when you need to take them, and it will be easier for you to follow. Then this is also a good thing. When you take these courses, you will like some of them, but you will hate others. Okay, so I cannot promise you will like every single course here, but the important thing is you should view this as making a puzzle. I think this is a very good analogy. If you take this course, any of these courses, you may not feel why that course is important at that point. But this is like starting to make a big puzzle. When you start putting the first pieces, you don't understand anything. You can't see the picture. But as you progress, as you keep putting pieces together, after a while, you will start seeing the picture. You will start seeing what the puzzle is, the picture on the puzzle is. So these courses are like that. Even if you don't feel like a course is important to you, just try to learn that. Okay, try to understand it, and as you move along, when you come to the fourth year, hopefully you will start seeing the big picture, which is becoming an engineer. So you will start feeling that you are becoming an engineer, and to be able to get that feeling, you should take all these courses seriously and try to learn them as much as you can. Okay? Any questions? Okay, so I think this is really all I wanted to say about these general things. And in the second hour, I will talk about what you will be learning in this course. So, but before that, let's give a 10 minutes break, and I will continue after that. Okay?